Good evening, one and all. It is Sunday, it's the end of the week, and it's time for some brand new Warframe. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well where you are around the world. I have had a mixed bag of the weekend, and I'm going to let you know right now I am in physical pain. Because, unfortunately, biology has once again decided to absolutely do me over. I've talked about this a couple times on stream before now. I suffer with mouth ulcers quite a lot of the time. As it so happens, somehow I've developed two at once, there and there. Right at the front. One of them is about as wide as a simple garden pea, which normally pea size means something is small. Let me tell you, when it is a welt in the mouth, it is not bloody small. So if you see me wince or drink my tea weirdly or otherwise try and avoid a topic to just speak less today, now you know why. I have taken painkillers and that's not enough. What happened to the energy redeem? It got replaced with the light changing redeem. It just makes more sense. So yes, that is my situation today. So I'm going to very awkwardly take a sip of tea to try and avoid sending any hot liquid over those ulcers. It does the best I can. But yes, that is where I am at. Welcome on in, everyone. Hope you are doing better than that. Today we are going to be looking at Cyte-09. Brand new Warframe, brand new mechanics. Of course we're going to have a look at it. Secret menu sparkle. Now the question is, Kelton, do you want the secret menu sparkle? Or would you like another random secret menu? That is the question, and thank you for the bit. So I'm Haken, probably can't stick around, crashing hard, want to warn you, ask you, apparently, Quincy 2, Berg, not scale, strength, stuck, rank 2, your base kit, wondering your thoughts, seems like your space rangers, start off. Zom. Okay. I was looking at his base kit and wondered your thoughts, says Zom on the stream, saying Cyte-09, like I have finished all my thoughts on Cyte-09 yet. Zom. You know how this works by now. You really know how this works by now. Let me go over the frame first, and then I'll have my conclusions, not the other way around. Alright, let's do that with the lights. Nope. Yeah, we'll do that with the lights. Hello, Hatari. Hello, what's that? Penetro? I'm gonna go with that. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to read the name when the capital's partway into the word, but yep. Also, I do intend to make a guide on Cyte-09, so maybe if you want to get a heads up on how I feel about a frame, but you don't want to watch the live stream, like if you're crashing out, then I would recommend watching the guide when it comes out. That to me makes sense, you know? Before I start on Cyte, can you ask a question? I think you just did, but go on. With Cyte, we have got a lovely mix of abilities, including this interesting passive. Weak point kills increase Cyte-09's weak point critical chance by 1% up to 300% for the duration of the current mission. What's a good frame or gear setup for Steel Path Face-Off? Speed to get between locations, damage to kill enemies. That's pretty much it. So mobility and damage seems to be king. Mobility and damage. Time saying, hey kid, one question. If I'm low on platinum, one carrier, should I buy the prime and a potato or buy carrier directly from the market? You can build carrier without spending plat, you realise this, right? You can just buy the blueprint from the market and build it. Mirrorlabe, thank you very much for dropping the 5 gifted subs over here. It's gone out to Liquid Eye, to Monster Blood, to Existential Motivation, to BGRJJ, and to Blind Roni. Mirrorlabe, thank you very much for that. Yes, indeed. And that requires, of course, tinsel. That requires, of course, some tinsel. Let's get that. One lovely wreath of that over onto the tree. Let's bring it across here. down under that one. Up, right the way to there. There we go, I think that sits. Thank you very much for that there, really. Time saying, forgot you could build sentinels. Which mechanical items in the game, like companions or warframes or weapons, can you buy for platinum but can't acquire freely? Just so I understand how you've ended up here, Time. Because you can just... It's right there. It's right next to the purchase button. How have you ended up in this spot where you forgot that this button existed but remembered this one? That's a new one to me. Cleaning robots? Cleaning robots clearly do not count because they're decorations. But sure, okay, if you want to objectively misinterpret it. Anyway, let's have a look at this frame. So, we've got that passive there. Need testing on exactly how the weak point comes into play. We've got Seek, which is basically a wall hacks and a damage boost, again, if you go for weak points. We have Resupply, which gives you a damage boost as a second hit with its own status effect. And also gives you an instant reload on your ammo if you wish. We've got Invisibility, which is extended by weak point kills. Also gives you some healing. And then we have Gun, which ricochets on weak points. In case you all missed it, Cyte-09 is all about weak points. All about them. Now the real question is how that all interacts. What I'm going to do to help out on this, I'm going to grab a weak point idealized weapon, Rubico, because this should be good for testing with. And let's bring one that is unmodded to get started with, just to have a base to work from. I've got no companion equipped, so that's not going to get in the way of testing. Let's head on down to the simulator and immediately get an idea as to the mechanical options, how they really play out here, and then try and play around the other options. Also, I appear to have reached some standing cap. Let's fix that real quick. There we are. Check if 2 is a damage ability for Helmet. Alright, we'll quickly check that first. Yes, it is. It is incompatible with Raw Subsume and other damage boosting abilities by extension. Yo, El Wolver, thank you very much for dropping your tier 1 sub here once again. 1.5 years under your belt. Cheers for that. Cheers indeed, and let's put a bauble on the tree for you as well. Just going to load up the simulacrum. There we are. One bauble. One more sub. That can go around to there. There we are. Is this weak point mod you're interested in? How does it scale when compared to Serration versus Faction versus it? Well, Shedspot, it scales like how the mod says. I'll be honest, is the very basic answer on that for you. It scales exactly how the mod says it scales. If you're meaning more, how does it compare? Well, it comes down to your gameplay and weapon choice, doesn't it? So first things first, I want to see about these crits. So with a 38% base chance on the Rubico, working in with Cyte's passive here, if his passive is a absolute bonus, a flat 1% per kill, then that means that on the first kill we'll reach 39, 2 kills 40%, all the way up to 100% after, what's that, 62 kills, and thereafter it'll just kind of keep on going up. So do we see orange crits start to happen? after the 60 to 100 kill mark? Or do those orange crits hide away until, let's see here. 101 divided by 38. 166 kills for the first. Let's see how that works first of all, just to verify the nature of that passive. To help with this, I am going to add in some multi-shot, just so that we can get there quicker. And I am going to add in elements, no, magazine capacity, so I can reload less often. Reload speed, so we can reload much quicker. And let's just throw in some elements and base damage to kill the enemies we're shooting at. So that's just for testing purposes. If you look at this and think it's a build, you clearly just joined in or weren't paying attention. Alright. I don't even need to go up close. We're using a Rubico, goddammit. Okay, them being hidden by the wall over there, not ideal. But we'll get that. So with those kills, I am on no passive gain because none of them were weak spots. So now we focus on weak spots. So far so good. 20 kills, 20% gain. We can see that right there. Quick little reload. Oh, okay, that... Apparently I put blast onto the weapon, it triggered a status proc there and killed a few of us next to it. Oops. You'll notice that didn't give us then the maximum gain on the passive as a result. Boomerang! Thank you very much for dropping your prime over here, up onto 9 months of that. Boomerang, much appreciated, dude. Hope you're doing well. Let's add your bauble to the tree. Not that bauble. That's the one that's on the string. Here we go. I forgot to fix the unstringed bauble. A stream. There we go. Another one on the tree. Alrighty. Yes, this passive is absolutely unforgiving. For weak point kills, they only count direct damage kills that hit the weak point. A status effect triggered on a weak point that then just kills it as a matter of course doesn't count. That kind of thing. How much is this on the tree? A lot. Blast again. The thing is, if I go to the arsenal to update that, I will also then reset the counter. We're just going to have to suffer this. So far we are still getting non-crits as well as these yellows. Again, blast proc doesn't count. And we're currently at, well, now we're at 69% additional critical chance. Which means we can probably assume at this point, yeah, I'm still getting white crits. Not even crits. White hits here. So if this was additive to mods, Rather, I should say, if this was an absolute value after mods, we wouldn't be seeing that. So yeah, this confirms it is a modded bonus, assuming the bonus is actually working. I'm just gonna try and speed this up a little bit. This is maybe a little bit faster. Okay, so we are at about 150% crit chance now. Or crit chance bonus. Which is still not enough to put us on 100% crit. We need, what's it? Let me double check. Yeah, I think we need 163% to have always crits at this point. And again, that's only weak points. Okay, so we should be at perma-crit state now. So if you aim for the body, crit, 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 not crit. Not crit, crit, not crit. Whereas if we go for the heads, crit, 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 still crit. Also a crit. That was a crit. 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 So that seems pretty conclusive to me. It is a modded bonus. Or at least it's not an absolute bonus. I've not actually ruled out modded, or ruled in modded. That needs a further approach. So what we can do on that one is if I take out this magazine capacity, it's not the end of the world on that one. Get some critical chance in here. So this pushes us up to 95%. So that might actually be a bit much for testing. Have a smaller increase? There we are. Smaller increase. 66.5%. So the question is, are we scaling with mods or are we scaling multiplicative to those mods? If we're scaling with mods, then to get to that 100% crit chance, we'll take another 33.5%, which will mean nearly 100 kills to get there. Whereas if it is scaling with the mods, then we'll only need about 50%, 50 kills, right? Yeah, about 100 kills versus about 50 kills. And to assist on that, what I can do is I can... Do I have a... Actually, do I have a... No, yeah, I'm going to have to stick to the Rubico because I just need the sheer damage on it. So what I can do is I can spawn in a few Exo-Goxad officers as well, high-level ones. Check against later. And then we go for the Butcher Cleanse. How do I get so many credits? By playing the game a lot. Alright then. So that has reset my crit bonus because I've adjusted things in the arsenal. Let's first of all verify that we're not getting permanent weak point crits here. Okay, we're getting a lot of weak point crits. Like, a lot. I was expecting significantly more white hits here. And now I seem to be getting quite a bunch of them. So I don't know what changed on that one. Or maybe it's just pure RNG, let's be real, RNG is a thing. So let's do some cleaning up in here. Let's get to about 50 kills and see what's happening. Spawn now a new round of these butchers. I only want to be shooting them and not the officers. I need them alive. We're at 29%. Let's get another 15 going. Hello, penguin. %. So this group of them should put us at the testing threshold. We're over it. Oh, I am out of ammo. Let's just quickly sort that out. Okay, so 58% bonus we had, was it 66.5 on the weapon, times 1.58. So if it was after mod multiplicative, we'll be at 105% crit chance now on weak points. Instead, I'm seeing non-crits. We got crits and non-crits happening, so that shows it is definitely additive with mods. Definitely. Oh, so that narrows that down a bit. Penguin, cheers. Oh, I hate mouth ulcers. I really do hate mouth ulcers. Okay, so it's just the passive looked at so far. Assuming it's working, fingers crossed on that. I mean, it does seem to be working, yes. So I'm still at that 58. I can take that all the way up to 100%, and then we'll see guaranteed crits. It'll take me a moment to get there. I don't see any reason it wouldn't be working at this point, so just stack them all up. Yeah, fair enough, Ladybug. Fair enough. 87% gain. We'll take that all the way up to 100%, because then I will definitely have over 100% on the gun on weak points. Okay, 102% bonus, so this should be an orange crit. That confirms it instantly for you, because there's no way to hit the orange crit if we had less than 100% crit chance. No way whatsoever. So the presence of that early orange crit, and there's another one, confirms it. The passive is working, it is a modded bonus. There we are then. So let's talk about that passive a little bit. Let's talk about that passive, and I want to compare it to other critical boosting passives. For example, Eurali. Eurali, one of the first to get this kind of thing. Eurali has a plus 200% crit chance on secondary weapons specifically, whilst moving. It is a constant effect. It is always plus 200%. You don't need to do any weak point aiming. You don't need to scale it up over time. You just get it. The maximum value is lower than Cyte's maximum value, but the minimum value is, yes, you still get the full amount. If we have a look at Zephyr. Zephyr's passive, 150% critical chance with weapons whilst airborne. So that is all weapons, all hits, just present. Nyx has one as well, that is absolutely true. So when it comes to Nyx gains, this is a conditional one, 40% crit chance on primary and secondary weapons per confused enemy within affinity range, up to 200%. So this one does require some actual work, but you get up to that 200% within 5 enemies if you have the situation correct. Why have that passive doesn't fit lore? Yeah, here's the thing, you're confusing lore with game balance. That's never how Warframe has worked. The lore of a Warframe does not restrict the abilities and features they have. Never has done, never will do. So, Cyte-09's passive, to get the full value out of this, is 300 kills. To be on par with Zephyr's bonus is 150 kills. To be on par with Urady's bonus is 200 kills. Granted, Cyte-09 can get that on all weapons, not just secondaries in the case of Urady's case. Cyte-09 can get it while stood, not just whilst airborne in Zephyr's case. But it's still a lot of kills, and those have to be weak point kills. The weak point bit is very, very important. If we spawn in shuffling fragments, have these got a real weak point now? Let's have a look. Because the last I checked, they did not. Well, that's pretty conclusive. That is pretty conclusive. Yeah. If I add some butchers to the mix, just so you see how this looks. In fact, well, even add some ospreys to the mix. So you'll notice, if they are able to be affected by this ability, they get lit up. Why is it when I'm aiming here, he's placing it there? That's not really where I wanted it to be, but okay. So we can see the weak points on these ones. And yep, that gave me a 1% bonus. 2%. 3%. 4%. 5%. 4%. 5%. There we go. But this... nothing. Nothing. You think the walking hands do when they're combined? Different enemies, different features, yes. I'm not pointing this out as like, hey, the murmur don't get it. I'm pointing this out as, hey, the shuffling fragments don't get it. Because that's the enemy I summoned. My point here is specifically that some enemies do not have any weak point whatsoever for you to interact with. This is somewhere on its rear. So, you'll notice how we can see the weak points through walls. And how we can see no weak point anywhere on these. The weak point is absent on those enemies. Also, did an ability run out? There we go. It's very, very clear where they are. Where are the weak points for new infested enemies? I don't think I have enough of them scanned yet to show you that, sorry. You just assume Murmur is critically weak to radiation, so just a little radiation does an insane amount of damage to them. Wrist, on what do you base that? On anything? Or do you just like to imagine it? Can I go with black energy to show? Sure, why not? Let's go energy. black. Summon the enemies. So that's a little bit weird. That is more than a little bit weird. It works. I'm not a fan, but it works. Yeah, Butcher, this is exactly how you get cancelled, mate. You can't be doing this. Alright, we're very nearly into 2025. This is just not appropriate workplace attire. You're fired. And that's up there for the dumbest jokes I've done on this channel. Yep. So, this calls out the weak points of enemies if they have one, and allows you to deal bonus damage to those weak points. It also gives you some insane punch through, and it's got an interesting limit on it. A 75-degree angle, maximum of 3 antennae, so you cannot cover 360 degrees with it. And the placement of it seems a little bit odd. It's like, I want to place one right here. Huh. I was looking at this spot and I placed it there. That seems counterintuitive. Let me try that again. Yep, same place. Oh, now this one's even further over here. That's wild. I don't know why it does that. I'll be very honest with you. I don't know why it does that. That doesn't feel correct to me. It doesn't even look like the animation's putting it there. So yeah, something might be broken about that one. Hard to say. Feels janky? It does feel janky, yeah. Let's grab the Halloween one, put this gaudy green back on there. There we go. Now the benefit of this is that those incredible amounts of wall hacks means that you can just kind of point and click simulator it. So much punch through. So much punch through. So, this weak point damage then. I know that weak point damage is a new modifier that has been added. If I search for weak, there we are. Primary acuity plus 350% weak point damage plus 350% weak point critical chance. Multi-shot cannot be modified. An interesting stipulation to just throw multi-shot out the window. The weakest multi-shot mod that we have as a standard fare is split chamber for primaries, for rifles that is, and split chamber gives you 90% bonus. So this is saying, yeah, no, you're gonna have to do something else now. Don't use that mod, put something else in that slot if you want to be getting these bonuses. And these are big bonuses, it's just an interesting situation to force the player into. It is an interesting situation. It's also a dash polarity rather than a V polarity, which is going to mess with a lot of people's formers. So let's remove these other bits and pieces for now. Weak point critical chance and just normal critical chance could be multiplicative, could be additive, hard to say at the moment. But I want to test first with serration. And the way I can test with serration is to, well, fire without it and then fire with it. Should be simple enough, right? So let's see what we get without. 19184. Non-crit. I'd like the crits, to be honest, because we're going to be getting crits from the mod. 19184. And again, 19184. Pretty consistent. 19184. Let me just pop that into my calculator. 19184. There we are. So now if I grab that acuity mod, spawn in some more enemies. 52736. Our damage has increased by 175%. 175% increase there, which you'll notice is not what this number suggests here. So it is very likely that these are additive. Let me just run the numbers, make sure it is actually coming out to that. So 350 divided by 265. Would suggest 132% increase, not 175. Did I do something wrong? That's an orange crit, I want yellow please. That's still an orange crit, I want yellow please. Still an orange crit, please give me the yellow. Okay, that's just taking the mick. Oh, come on. Don't be like this. Don't be like this. 52736. Yeah. Which is definitely an increase of 175% damage. Yeah. Remember the extra crit on weak point? Yeah, I remember it. That's why I was specifically looking for yellow crit. Do you know something about crits I don't? When we're hitting the crit, we'll hit the same critical multiplier. By aiming specifically for yellow crits and only measuring against those, we've got the same critical multiplier. That's what I'm testing around. Which means then we're only looking at the damage difference between a yellow crit with serration only and a yellow crit with serration and primary acuity. But I don't understand why the damage increase is as high as it is. Because if we've got a base damage of 100%, because base damage is just 100%, serration brings it to 265, primary acuity is 350 added onto that 265, if it's additive. Otherwise, it'll just be increasing our damage to 4.5 times what it is without primary acuity. 350 divided by 265 is 1.32. But the damage bonus I'm seeing is not 1.32 times extra, it's 1.75 times extra. I don't understand that. I don't have anything to give to suggest how that works. The only other thing I can say on that is to instead recalculate what primary acuity's damage bonus likely actually is. Is it being multiplied by headshot bonuses independently? Suggests Ray. That's a bit of a random suggestion. What's that come out to mathematically yourself? And how would it know? The only headshot bonus is the normal headshot bonus, which is triple. If you were saying that 350% is then also being tripled separately, how does that factor into a difference of 1.75 versus 1.32? They're not orders of magnitude apart. Maybe it's Warframe using the wrong formula to get the odd answer. Well, I mean, it's clearly not using the formula I'm expecting, isn't it? Does Wiki state something? The Wiki can state whatever it pleases at this point. Because this is brand new, I'm not going to refer to the Wiki for any kind of equation stuff like this. When I have the means to test for myself, why would I read something on the Wiki where the person posting it could have been assuming how it worked? If I went onto the Wiki and it said right now, oh yeah, it's additive with serration, I can say, well, it's not. So, no. And if it says, well, actually, it's multiplied with a headshot bonus, I'll go, well, it's clearly not, because that's not doing 3 times more than expected. Now, did I look into Melee Dota yet? No. I've enjoyed a weekend. By enjoyed, I mean absolutely despised the weekend, but it's fine. I wasn't expecting the update to come out on Friday. So, when DE announced that at 2 AM Friday my time, I've not had a lot of time to delve into things. Whilst also getting ready for Christmas. Mind trying without any mods and only primary acuity? Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. You're very right, that is the next place to take this particular test, given the weirdness as to what's happening. Seven, 2, 3, 9. Non-crit. 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 That'll happen. Oh, I've got a sniper combo now because I've been firing so many times looking for crits. Seven, 2, 3, 9. Wait for the combo. Really? Seven, 2, 3, 9. Okay, consistent. Just making certain. 7, 2, 3, 9 without acuity. Need to spawn them. $19,900 is again 175% increase. Okay, so is acuity's bonus is just wrong. It is just... Actually, wait. That's the same multiplier as when we had serration, which would suggest that it is multiplicative with serration, but also a completely different bonus to what it's showing here. In fact, it's half as much then. Of course. It's half the bonus. It's not giving 350% whatsoever, it's giving 175%. Well, okay, that's unexpected. That is completely unexpected. Let me try that with a different weapon. A non-sniper weapon. Good old Fullman. Can't go wrong with... I can go wrong with spelling it, apparently. Can't go wrong with a Fullman. Let's again aim until we get some yellow crit numbers. Oh, there we are. That's convenient. 359, 359. Oh, do we have an arcane on this? Bug report? Of course bug report, but I'm not going to break off in the stream to submit a bug report, am I? Yeah, 359, 359, 359, very consistent. Okay. You're thinking it might be additive with a headshot damage bonus? It's just slightly off. It's more than just slightly off. How much do you think is a headshot damage bonus, Pony? Which headshot damage bonus are you referring to in the first place? %, right, okay. That's not slightly off. 359 to 986. 986 divided by 359. 175% bonus again. There we are. So the mod is just wrong by a factor of 2 for no reason. Well, that's dumb. Does the mod function on weapons which do not get headshots? Or rather, do not get a headshot damage bonus? At least it's consistently wrong. Honestly, yeah, that's a positive. Okay, I'm getting 47s non-crit. I'm going to go with a non-crit. 47, 103. Okay. Let's run with that. 47, 103. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay, that's... I put the mod on. I definitely put the mod on. Switch to consequence to verify I'm landing headshots. Ray, you can't be certain from that few shots there. Okay, consequence is triggering. I'm definitely hitting a headshot. Okay. Let's verify Ray's assumption. Base crit chance 14. When do we get this to orange? We need 700% bonus. Right? Was it? No, 600%. So I can go crit delay and Argon scope. We'll see if that is even triggered. That'll give me 335 plus the 350. 785 times 0.14. Gets us just a bit over the threshold for orange crit. So let's see if Acuity's even giving us a crit chance bonus. I'm not testing enemies today, no. Oh, we hit the orange crit. So yeah, the crit chance bonus is being applied, but the damage bonus is not. This raises further questions. This raises many questions at this point. Bug or feature? Definitely bug, maybe a feature in there, but definitely bug. So the weak point damage appears to be half as strong as stated and doesn't apply on weapons without a headshot multiplier, but the crit chance does apply. Check if Acuity's damage bonus is additive to Cyte-09. No. Well, yeah, we can test that, but more to the point is it's already bugged some, so any information we get now could also be bugged in both a similar or different fashion. At the very minimum, DE have shipped this mod without it doing what it says it does. Already this is incorrect. So whatever result we get from Seek may not actually stand the test of time, which is infuriating. But yeah, we'll see what it is currently. We'll see what it is currently. So I've got Acuity with a 175 bonus. This supposedly a 134 with my strength. Let's see what we get. Let's verify again. Orange for 37k. 37,344. And we were getting lots of oranges, weren't we? Yep. Yep, so might as well stick with orange for the test. Apply the 1. Marked. 49061.
Hello there.
A
What was the result of the
31.4%
passive
damage bonus.
test? Was it additive to mods?
It is, yes, Cat Centaur. The passive is additive to mods, absolutely. Also, thank you very much for dropping your prime over here for the 2nd month going. You've got that lovely bronze badge next to your name. Cheers for that. Let's get that added on here for you. One more ball for the tree. That one can go up onto this spot. I think. Oh wait, no, that branch is taken. That branch is taken. They didn't look taken at first. My bad. We're not going to start double stacking baubles on the same branch. We're not at that point yet. Okay, so 31.4% damage bonus when using the 1 alongside Acuity here. Let's verify what we get without Acuity. So we get, on a crit please, crit 7239. Let the sniper combo go. 12098. So I'm getting 67% bonus. %. That's half. That's again half. So both Seek and the mod are applying half the weak point damage bonus we'd expect. So let me walk you through why this is really weird. The headshot damage multiplier is 3 times. If we were expecting it to apply to the whole thing, then a 100% weak point bonus would deal 100% more damage. If instead we were expecting it to add alongside the headshot damage bonus, well, the headshot damage bonus is 200%, so a 100% bonus to that would appear to add only a third rather than the full damage bonus. Because to go from 300 to 400% is a 1/3 increase. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing half. The headshot damage bonus is not 2 times. It hasn't been 2 times on many units for a very, very long time. This was part of the change to make targeted weapons stand up against AoE weapons. And certain weapons were given no opportunity to land these headshot bonuses, like with the Ultinox. So this is a very weird result. Was the rifle mod half as well? It was, yes. So both Seek and Primary Acuity, both of them applying to weak point damage bonuses, were applying half the bonus we were expecting. This is very odd. Now further to this, we had the 275 bonus measured from Acuity, and we got the 67% bonus from Seek. How's that coming together? 67 divided by 2.75. Oh god, this is just getting even more complicated. So if Seek is simply additive alongside Primary Acuity, well, Primary Acuity would be bringing us up from 1 times damage to 2.75 times damage. And Seek could be bringing us an additional 0.67 times. So if you take 0.67, divide it by 2.75, the original bonus with Primary Acuity, you'd get a 24.4% increase. What I observed was 31.4. What's the Sentinel can scan? Helios, yeah. Or the Prime can do it. Make sure you have the mod for it. None of these numbers are making sense. Not in a classic fashion. So they have to be interacting with something. Something hidden. And the problem is that, one, I was looking to test Cyte-09, not the weak point damage calculation formula today. 2, players shouldn't need to be checking every single equation to try and know if their weapon is going to be better with one option versus another. What is the point of having numbers in an arsenal, and I've said this before now, if we can't then know what we're going to get out of it? Ah, there we go again. So what's saying, what's the previous level of the mod and ability? Seen a message of his second ability being stuck at level 2. What if all of them is lacking 1 dot? With the way that mods rank up, they rank up linearly with each pip. So if we're getting half the bonus on the mods, then the mod is stuck at half pips. Actually, as it is a 10 pip mod. Where'd it go? For that to be the case, we'd actually be stuck at... Yeah, we wouldn't be stuck at 5 pips, because then we'd have 6 pips of bonus, that's 0 up to 5, and missing 5. We'd be stuck at 4.5 pips. Half of this mod's bonus is 4.5 pips. Ah, this is becoming increasingly infuriating. I mean, you joke, Fabry, but a lot of games do that. A lot of games do that. It was one of my bugbears with, for example, Starfield. When they're like, hey, if you take this perk, it increases this stat. I'm like, okay, increases by how much? How good is it? It increases. Oh. What are the 4 and 5 pips for Acuity? 4 pips would be 159, 5 pips 191. We're measuring a damage bonus of 175, but a crit chance bonus of the full amount. So it's not even like the mod is halfway. We're getting the full crit chance. We already measured it. We're getting that. The damage bonus is just half what we're expecting. It's clearly interacting with something because it's happening with Seek as well in the exact same manner. And further to that, I'm getting the wrong kind of stacking overall bonus. I'm not sure if everyone's really picking up what I'm putting down here. Let me just make this as clear as I can. Have I tried riding Atomic Cycle in Arcwing? I have seen it bugged in Railjack and usable in normal missions, yes. I have seen people run over the Sergeant backwards and killing him with the Atomic Cycle. But that is not all that important right now. Okay, let's bring out good old notepad. Okay, observed damage with Acuity. I saw a 37344. And then if we had it with Acuity and Seek, we instead got 49061. So here's where this is problematic. We've observed Acuity bonus is 175%, not 350%. I should say damage bonus. This means 37344 is at 2.75 times, or 275%, weak point damage. 49061 then is well, 37344 divided by 2.75, that's the base. And we go 49061 divided by that, which comes out to 361%. Which would suggest 361 minus 275, an 86% increase. But we just measured that my Seek was acting at half of 134, which is 67%. Measured independently, 67%. So why would I be getting 86% nominal increase rather than 67%? Risk, the answer to that is immaterial, I'll be quite honest. Unlike the Drifter, we can't go back in time, so it doesn't matter how Warframe was to us players last week. Literally doesn't matter. That game is gone and dead. It doesn't exist. We only have what we have today. What matters today is it's incorrect in ways that I cannot put together. I would be guessing more through trial and error than anything else to try and figure out where this is going wrong. I've used a non-sniper weapon as well as a sniper weapon and got consistent results in that regard. The only thing I can think of is that I've somehow screwed up the test and actually one of these two numbers is being bonused by the sniper rifle somehow. So the best thing I can do about that is to just retest with the Foreman again and see what happens this time. So, without acuity, let's get some more of these. Without acuity, we can get a yellow hit 359. Okay. I know, Zom. Sorry, I know, Flo. I know. I'm not going to go back through the stream to check what happened, partly because my internet might crash, apparently, when I do that. Instead, I am doing it piecemeal this way, with a different weapon, where that can't happen. I would very much like a yellow crit. Yellow crit. 986, thank you. I didn't need to come back to the arsenal. Thinking about it, I can just now drop this down. I'm fairly certain I placed it looking this way, but sure, why not? Please give me yellow straight away. 1227. Okay. And for completion's sake, let's get rid of the acuity now and do a test without it. Still don't like that placement. Huh. That. Sure. 599. Okay. So 599 divided by 359. We get plus 66.8%. On ability, showing 134%. Just to verify that here for us, ability, seek, 134%. Go figure. 986 over 359 is plus 17. 174.7%. Let's keep the 1 decimal place. Mod 350%. And then Acuity and Seek, total bonus 1227 divided by 359 is plus 241.8%. And if I add these two together, 66.8 plus 174.7 equals 241.5%. Okay, no, they are working, so I must have done something wrong up here. That's fine. Those two are working. I haven't tested any arcanes yet, Cashtans, no. I know there's been a whole weekend since the update released. Unfortunately, DE gave us all of no warning on when they're actually doing the update. I was expecting it to be on Wednesday this week coming. So I still had plans to do things like Christmas shopping rather than actually test out their brand spanking new update they gave us no warning for. Not salty. Okay, so that is showing that whatever test I did up here was just wrong. Something went wrong there. Grabbing back the Rubico for a moment. Rubico. I don't think I'd zoomed in, but you know. That might have accounted for it. Who's to say? At least this here is indicating that on the full min it's working correctly. So let's switch back to let's switch back to testing Rubico. Which mod have I got on at the moment, if any? I was on the wrong build for it. Alright. On Acuity. Let's see what we get. 19,900 with a yellow crit. Actually, orange is much more common at the moment, aren't they? 37,344. Try again. I did the same issue I did last time. 37,344. Definitely 37,344 with just Acuity. That's good. Yeah, you. I'm not scoping in extra. 4646 something. Yeah. Don't know where that 49061 came from. $46,463. Alright, I'll just want an orange grid, that's fine. 46,463. We run those through these numbers here. Just to verify where everything's at. Yeah, there we are, that's fine. Okay. Did you enjoy the new quest? What were my thoughts on the new update? I did like the new quest. There were some bits that were kind of a little bit out of left field, unexpected, or just kind of not foreshadowed, but it's still cool overall. General thoughts on the update are pretty nice.
Had some real life come up, but I'm back.
Hey, I'm Moose. Welcome back, and thank you for dropping your prime over here as soon as you do indeed come back. Much appreciated on that. Cheers. Ooh. Let me pop you up onto the tree. One more bauble here. This bauble. Let's. Yep, there's a branch right here. There we go. Added to the tree. Yeah, right. The weak point stuff is brand new, and we have seen a weak point specific thing come in, so I imagine it is all just tied to that. we verified, at the very least, the weak point stuff that we are seeing here so far. The damage bonus is half what is expected in various testing conditions. Sure. Does Banshee Sonar work with Cyte? Okay. I can test even quicker with primary acuity, because they're working off the same kind of function, so that'll do for me. Not getting the crit bonus, likely not getting the damage bonus. Banshee weak points aren't weak points as far as weak point modding is concerned, it appears. Otherwise I wouldn't have been landing non-crits. Do Steel Path bounties have different odds on their reward pools compared to their regular path counterpart? I would not believe so, but you can always check the drop tables. I just copied this link here for you. There's the drop tables. You can always check them out there. Are weak points expected to be bugged? The mods scaling weak point damage do not do as much as expected, and the same is true of Seek here. Both are doing half the weak point damage bonus that we're expecting. Why half? No idea, but it's doing half. Simple as that. Okay, but all the rest of it seems to be working as expected. I'm curious about punch through and an explosive. No way in hell this is going to work, but you know, let's try. At the moment that's hitting no one. As expected. Alright, cool. Yo!
Great content, as always.
Albert Rallo with the 47 months. Thank you very much for the continued support here on the channel. Much appreciated, my dude. Oh. Looks like we'll be hitting a new year, both globally and on your subs next month, won't we? Thank you very much for that, and let's add you to the Christmas tree. Let's see. I think, yeah, pink is definitely your colour. Let's pop that one right next to this one up over here. Spot on this branch just off to the side. Beautiful. There we are. Zom saying might want to use a grammar for this. I think you mean Brammer. An air det over their heads, more consistent headshots. With that test worked. Why would I be air detonating, Zom? I think you're on a different page to me. I was testing punch through with an explosive weapon, not air detonation. Those are two entirely different things. Okay, let's see then. So, range is range, duration is duration, scan duration is scan duration. Punch through is punch through. We tested that, an explosive weapon not going through. Weak point damage we know is halved. Max intensity is just 3. Angle 75 degrees is just that. Yeah. Cool. I think that covers what that has to offer. Let's check if the hiding some information in the tips real quick. Enemy scanned by Seeker marked on the mini-map. Okay. Evade removes all status effects on Cyte-09. Oh, does it? Okay. Why is that not just in the text? Jump backwards and become invisible for a short duration, cleansing status effects. Why is that not just... Okay, camera's blocking the tips? Ah yes, I do tend to get in the way, don't I? Evade bypasses Cyte-09's shield regen delay, meaning his shields start regenerating immediately after casting. Curious choice. Cyte-09 and allies all have their own instance of the resupply ammo packs, meaning no one can take them from him or each other. Okay. Cyte-09's primary, secondary, and neutralized exalted weapon can each pick up their own resupply ammo pack, meaning you can have up to 3 different elemental damage types on each to swap between. It's a thing. Resupply ammo packs last until collected, and Cyte-09 can deploy up to 6 at a time, arrange a wide variety of elements near stationary objectives to give allies a stockpile of munitions to choose from. Yeah, fair enough. Resupply will retain the last used elemental ammo type for easy recasting. Neutralize also benefits from resupply and applies the chosen status effect onto its ricochet shots, on top of the cold damage from its whole fire attack. Okay. Seek uses Cyte-09's energy color to mark enemy weak spots, use a bright color to help you target them better, and each bullet that ricochets off enemy weak points from Cyte-09's passive contributes to Neutralize's shot combo counter. Combine this with its zoom multiplier for massive damage potential. Which is neat and all, but the ricochet doesn't count for his passive. Just FYI on that one. Which might also be a bug, who knows at this point. Who really knows? Small indie studio. Is Tenet Archiplasma able to get headshots, or does it automatically not do a weak spot hit if any bits are non-weak spot? So Tenet Archiplasma can land headshots, as measured by using things like Arcane Consequence. However, it doesn't have a headshot damage multiplier, which means it may also not get any bonus from weak point damage. It's all a bit of a thing, really. So, your mileage will vary based on your aim, the type of enemy, the type of mission, and the type of bonus you're working with. Your mileage will vary. Okay. So no tips hiding away of particular note on Seek other than, yeah, I mean, it exists, it marks them on a minimap. Resupply was different damage types. Evade, cleansing status, and giving instant shield regen was unexpected. Cooldown 3 starts on cast or on invis ending. On cast. Bring face back? Sure, why not? And then Neutralize is a sniper rifle with a ricochet and an alt fire. It's pretty standard fare. Theoretically. Theoretically. Perhaps shield regen delay is considered to be a debuff now? Ray, that is quite a leap, because you'd be suggesting that anything that blocks, or anything that cleanses status would result in immediate shield regen. I think you might want to double check onto that. Because Molt is one, Pillage is one. There are various things that cause an instant cleansing of status effects. That's quite the leap there, Ray. If true, sure, why not? But you test before you make such a suggestion. And I'm not testing that. That's not Cyte. Okay. So we do literally backwards. We got the invis running. It's got like 17 odd seconds base duration. We got our lovely, lovely shots. And as I land them, the duration increases. Ain't that wonderful? Pillage will be testable because Pillage does not create shields instantly. It creates the shields when Pillage collapses. As a result, if you see the shields instantly begin to recharge the moment you cast Pillage, that would demonstrate it doing what Ray thought for a second. Otherwise, no. There we are, we got a pretty substantial timer on the invis at this point. Yeah, we've reached the cap of the invis. I'm going to let this time out now. Do I happen to know if Cyte 4 works across Rift? It's a ability, so yes. Not even going to need to test that one. If it doesn't work across the rift, that's a bug. Because it's an ability, it should work across the rift. Now we're just going to verify this whole invis running out doesn't put it on cooldown if we've had it for long enough. I feel like it'd be nice if the cooldown was shown as like a debuff on your hotbar, so that when the cooldown has run out during the ability, you know that you are safe for it to run out. That'd be nice to know. And more importantly, to know when you're yet not safe. Yep, it's not on cooldown, so there we are, that's fine. Invis is capped but can be extended indefinitely? Yes, like a number of abilities of a similar nature. The base max is 30 seconds, scales with your duration stat. Okay. Ammo thing. Holding it down, you get to pick the damage types. Go for random or go for last use selection. This is how you can get just a mix of things. Look at that, we got viral, magnetic, heat, blast, blast, and gas chucked out there. And it does instantly pick up a new one next to you, yeah. Do these get scooped up by companions? Will it throw it onto you when you're not ready for it? Or rather, may not have wanted to be ready for it. Nope. Okay. That's cool. Probably doesn't work with incarnates. I'm on the Layton right now, let's find out. Slight issue. Okay, we're at 36 ammo. We'll summon this. Yep, Incarnate form cannot benefit from this ability. No benefit whatsoever. Well, that sucks. Adam Malik, thank you very much for resubscribing up onto 38 months on the channel here. Much appreciated, my dude. I hope you're doing well. Cheers for that. Ooh. Let's add your bauble to the tree as well. We have got this green one right here for you. I'm running out of spaces. Let's pop this one right. Nope. It's hit by the tinsel. That one's got something on that branch. Let's go for this branch. Nope, that's got something on it. Let's go for this branch. There we go. That branch is not occupied. Oh, crikey. I'm struggling to find branches that aren't already taken on this side. Hey, you're on holiday now, Eddie Mike. Nice. Very nice. Infinite ammo for Kuvazar, etc. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I go, chuck, 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 and then I can be like, that was pretty nice. Oh god, what's happened to my reload? What? What's happened to my reload? Why is it... Why is it doing it so slow? Oh no! Okay. I see. So, yeah, reload dead. Yeah, I needed to make up the fact that I would fired so many shots. And that last one is like, and done. Right, cool, yeah, so that's a little bit of a problem. And by a little bit, I mean actually quite a bit of a problem. So now if I grab ammo... No, now we're reloading correctly. Sure. Need more energy. Yep, that consistently triggers it. If I'm holding down the fire button a lot and don't pick up any extra ammo, then yeah, this happens. Well, that's a weird one, isn't it? That is a weird one. Unrelated to Cyte, but question, does the Summoner's Wrath aura work with the Conculus beams via Fusion Strike? No idea, haven't tested, sorry. What's causing the rainbow fireworks? Do I have a skin on this? Clavitus skin? Probably that. Yeah, Lunar Renewal, so it's probably the skin. Yay! Fireworks, yay! Yeah, if I just do a little bit of ammo juking. Yeah, the reload is slowed down a bit as well. Okay, yeah. But again, the skin. Lunar Renewal was likely one of the event updates that came around. Thoughts on Nixon trade your work? Looks good. Looks good. Okay. Let's measure the damage bonus. So, the damage bonus it says that it gives is 44% for non-snipers, 89% for snipers. I think there's some rounding going on there, so 44.5 or 89, somewhere in that region. Somewhere in that region. So let's see if that's how it actually works. Let's grab the Fulmin, because the Fulmin is damn good for testing. Yay! Let's grab ourselves some butchers. Now, first question, can the Fulmin actually benefit from this? No. So battery weapons cannot benefit from those ammo packs. Great! Alright, that's just things. Am I running strength mods? I am running strength mods, so the rest of your question I don't understand. But yes, I am running strength mods. If you're wondering if the strength is applying correctly, well, 179% strength, have a look. So yeah, not batteries, not incarnans. That does cut out a lot of stuff, doesn't it? Camera? Alright, then you can't see. You'll just have to take my word for it and use the audio on the stream as well. I'm not going to move my camera every time you want to look at one tiny little bit of the screen. It's not going to happen. Natruk is also not going to work, Ken, because that is an infinite ammo weapon. What's a single shot? No multi-shot. Here we are. Fenmore, you're not a sniper. Okay. Fire a shot, walk over it. Yes, I picked up my bonus. Fire a shot, hit reload, bonus vanishes. Good. Okay, that bit is working. Let's just test with body shot. 106, 106, 211. Yeah, 106 or 211. Very good so far. Woolen! Well, Ian, thank you very much for dropping your prime over here. Welcome to the channel proper, and enjoy that lovely blue sub badge and all the bits that come with that. Cheers. Yeah. Let me add your bauble to the tree. Because for those who didn't notice, every time someone subscribes for themselves, be it a resub or a brand new sub, you get a bauble on the tree. There we are, running out of branches, for certain. And every time someone gifts 5 or more subs for the first time on a stream, they get tinsel on the tree. It's once per stream per person to prevent the tree from becoming literally inundated by certain choice support. Remind myself on these numbers. So, oh, that was the super hit coming in. 211 on the crit, 211 on the crit, 211 on the crit. So 211 or 106 normally. That's fine. So now let's add in some damage packs. Let's go for magnetic because it shouldn't affect anything here. Okay, got the mega hit. 106 and 21. Excellent. 106, 21. Let's just have a look at this here. That's a 19.8% damage increase. That is not 57%. Okay. Alright. And that's an unmodded Fenmore, so there's no other bonuses affecting it. No nothing. Just that. Also, I may have cast it whilst we were in... whilst we didn't have growing power, in which case it'd be 44% scaling, but even then we weren't getting that. We were getting 19.8. Okay, so the damage bonus from Seek is lower than it says, and the damage bonus from Resupply is lower than it says. I'm starting to think that Quincy is a little bit full of shit. Let's have a look as to Evade. What have we got here? A duration, we've seen that works. Duration per weak point kill, we've seen that works. Health per kill would need testing, in a sense. Oh, how are we going to test that properly? And max duration, that one works. Not a type resisted by the enemy? No. Butchers have no resistance. They are vulnerable to impact corrosive. Could be the impact damage bonus, actually, now I think about it. Let's see. Normal damage is slash puncture. Oh. No impact. Excellent. Well, I'm glad that I've verified that I did slightly unintentionally the perfect test there. And it's just bugged. Right, time to lose some health and then... not lose health, I guess. Just lose some health and slip out the door. Ow. Ow. Oh no, how devastating. Ow, my pain. Ow. Ow. Damn it, health orbs. There's health orbs around here. Ah. Okay, I can fix that. I can fix that. Let's switch to an unmodded one. Equilibrium. Lowest rank. And Prime Flow at highest rank. That'll just scoop up all those health orbs. There we go. Alright then. Now murder me. Okay, so we did instantly start regenerating shields. And we do get the health on kill. Okay, cool. That is cool. Is the bot not responding? Why is the bot not responding to Raffle? I specifically told it to respond to Raffle. Well, that's activated again. It turned it off. There we are. So stupid. Alright then, so yeah, the 3 appears to be working correctly and entirely as advised. So that is a positive. That is just working. The other thing we can test as well, I suppose, is to bring in some Eximus. Oop, that's not how you spell Eximus. To bring in some... Nope, still not there. To bring in some Eximus. Let's get heat procced. Oh no, I am burning. Whatever shall I do? Bap. Yep, that works. That does allow you to both cleanse yourself of status effects, recover your shields, recover your health if you are still in it. All good stuff. Yeah, so I'm not going to over-focus on the exact nature of the bugs. I suppose I can very quickly try to verify if it is indeed given the same skinning without the strength mods. Let's see. Grab back those butchers. As before. Not that. Not that. 106, yep. 106.21, so yeah. It's not scaling off strength, and it's lower than base boost anyway. And there you are, Zom. So, yeah. At least that speculation was easy to test. So far we've got Seek. Places awkwardly. The cone is not the most favourable. And the punch tree does not apply to explosive weapons. The damage bonus is half what it states. And it's additive with other weak point damage bonuses, which are also all halved. Does not give any damage bonus to weapons that cannot have a headshot multiplier. We then have Resupply. Resupply does pretty much what it says on the tin, except the damage bonus that it is giving is below expectations and not scaling with strength, and does not work with both Incarnate mode and recharge weapons. We then have Invis. This one just works. No notes, it just works. My only note would be, why are some of the features hidden away in the tips? We've got room. I've seen far bigger mod cards than this. Why are the features not on here? That just feels weird to me. To hide extra features off the mod card when those features can be explained very quickly. It just feels weird. On becoming invisible, Cyte-09 cleanses himself of status effects and instantly begins regenerating shields. I mean, that just to me feels like something that could fit right there. I'm having flashbacks to Varuna. And then we've got Neutralize. Now, this is curious. Possibly for the best, but this is curious. Let me just have a look at how... Am I misremembering? Huh. So some abilities, some exalted weapons, have their damage listed on the card, and some of them don't. And Cyte is one of the ones that doesn't. Sure, why not? I mean, we go through modding anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just noticing it's not there. And it says it has a damage multiplier of 1.25 times, which we scale with strength into something. Yes. Also, my strength is at 269. Is it supposed to be at 269? I didn't remember putting it at 269. No, it's at 179. Well, something happened. I have no idea what happened there. Okay. My husband's saying, can't wait for the fixed issue where Cyte-09 cleanses himself of status effects when using Evade. Good news is, DE have only removed features from tips like 1 or 2 times, so they likely won't remove that. That's in the tips, it's intentional. At least right now it's intentional. As soon as it becomes a really good answer for something, they'll remove it. But for now, it's in there. Okay, that's a bit cynical. Umbrella's saying the ones with damage on their ability card get their base damage increased by power strength, right? Does Neutralizer do the same, or is that the reason it's not on the card? Well, the damage scales with the damage multiplier, which scales with strength. So it's kind of immaterial. Every single exalted scales with strength. Cashman's saying it's basically better mult right now. I don't know how I call this better mult, no. They do different things. Yeah, they both status cleanse on cast, but you can't just recast this one. Yeah, you go invis, but if you're not aiming for weak points, you're not going to keep the invis. Yes, it allows your shields to instantly start regenerating, but it doesn't do a full shield restore that Molt can do repeatedly with energy to shield conversion mods. They're two different things. There are comparisons, sure. Those comparisons pretty much end at status cleanse and restoration of shields. Some amount happening on cast. Yeah. Seems like a decent survivability option for Helminth. It is curious that this one went to the Helminth rather than, say, one of these two. It is a curious choice. I had figured the ammo one would have been the one. Especially as it's a damage ability that just flat, simple damage abilities that don't work with other damage abilities is a common enough one to put in. But hey, they went with the invis. The restriction on how often you can cast it and needing to get quite a few weak point kills is a big deal. So at base stats, without any duration modding, which let's face it, you would want to duration mod this, but at base stats, you would need to get 25 weak point kills per minute. Or in the first minute, just to maintain the ability, and then 30 per minute thereafter, if you don't want to recast it. That's a lot of weak point kills. That is a lot of weak point kills. And just to remind you, slash proc kills or other DOT kills don't count for that. Like if I swap this over to let's go with the Amprex. I think I've got the electric viral modded. Let's give ourselves some elite lancers. I might outright kill them anyway, but yeah, no, we're at the point of outright kill. Whoopsies. Need higher levels. That should be enough that I can demonstrate this without insta-kills. Yeah, okay, so dip into the invis. I was definitely hitting the headshots there. Not extending the timer. Oh wait, no, that one did. Never mind, that one did extend the timer. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Yeah, no, that extended the timer. Okay, is that a feature of electric? Is that a feature of electric? If I switch this over to... let's do a lot of damage in corrosive heat. And then just some standard modding otherwise. That is, yeah, that's corrosive heat. I know electric and gas can headshot. I was just under the impression they wouldn't trigger these kinds of things. Dip into Invis. Did not extend the timer. I'm just not landing heat on this guy. He didn't die in time for it to matter anyway, and now we're on a massive cooldown. Might be related to the fact electric deals damage anyway? Immediately? No, I waited for the proc to kick in. Let me just quickly test Deadhead. Switch over to electric gas. The both status types that deal damage are these so-called headshotting ones. If I pull back, time bonus gained, Deadhead stat gain. Well, this is news to me. Huh, okay, fair enough. I was mistaken. I take that back. Electricity keeps winning. Yep, electric keeps winning. Okay. I mean, gas kind of is present too, but electric is just often stronger. Only on primary target? I'm not going to get into the minutiae of that right now, Ray. Not going to get into the minutiae of that. Yeah, so long as the proc was from weak point, yeah. Because then it's hitting the same body part, and I guess that counts. Whereas the other DOTs don't. Yeah. Is there a companion that headshots? All companions are capable of headshots. Reliability, however, is far from guaranteed. What if Gas Cloud with Headshot Multiplier kills 2 targets, 2 resets? It depends on where it chooses to hit them at that point. And we're getting into mechanics which are very arcane and moving quite far away from Cyte-09 at that point. The point is that the weak point kill also includes hitting the enemy with electrical gas DOT, so long as that is a weak point, whereas heat, toxin, others which are not those two basically, shouldn't trigger it. Goes to theory. Okay, so now we have neutralized. Thinking about this one then, I mean, it's obviously a sniper. One thing I have noticed already with messing around with this one, we just got some very basic money on here right now. Aside from having 2 zoom levels, which is nice, it has one hell of a recoil. It does recenter between shots, but my god is that a lot of recoil. And a lot of energy cost. That is not a cheap weapon to fire. Yeah, okay, it feels powerful. Fair enough. What is the base damage on this? 570.6 divided by strength. Let's just switch to a not build. And then we can just see the base stats. 318.8. That seems like a bit of a random number. That does feel like a pretty random number. Dip out back in, just in case. No Exilus? Nope. No Exilus, no Arcane, none of that stuff. Straight up Exalted. Yeah, 318.8. That is a really random damage number. Okay, that's what we got. It's what we got. How they take 3 numbers ending on 0.9 and get 0.8? Rounding, that's how. Right then, so I was building this up as a very normal loadout, but then we've also got Lockout, which is locking out from various options. So this is giving fire rate cannot be modified, load of damage, bit of extra punch through. This is giving loads of weak point damage, loads of crit chance, multi-shot cannot be modified, and by removing those two options, fire rate and multi-shot, you then mod just into damage crit element and status. Bladed rounds can't be used on here, so hammer shot has taken its place instead. I've got infected clip on here. I figure that a cold mod will do brilliantly, although you could probably end up having an argument for gas. Yeah. This could be a good pick for gas, because then if you land that gas proc, you're going to have a... Well, it won't be benefiting from the two elemental mods, but you should have a strong hit capable of still landing those headshots, right? Alternatively, we go electric and then recoil reduction. You're very right, Moon. That is the other option. Electric would actually hit harder. At least until the target dies. So you want stabilizer on here if you're going down that road. Yeah. Now, of particular note, these lockout mods are using unusual polarities. You've got dash polarity, you've got D polarity. New magnetic mod uses V stills, that's okay. You can use a second skill for gas as well. You can, it'll be a separate hit, but yeah, you can. Or any other element, whichever fits your desire, really. Yes, there is Spectral Serration, plus damage whilst invisible is definitely a mod that can go on here as well. Let's bring that one up. Okay, good, that is incompatible, that's a simple thing there, so that can just go on. You lose a lot of base damage, but this gives you base damage, so that's actually safe to do. Is it really better than multi-shot? That is a damn good question. I'll be quite honest with you, that's a damn good question. The crit bonus is huge, but that crit bonus is only on weak points, so if you missed a weak point for any reason, you get nothing. The damage bonus is half what it says here, but it is multiplicative with pure damage. Whereas multi-shot, you can, with Galvanized Chamber, get 3.3, even with non-weak point kills. So, removing that mod, you come down to a 30% of your normal damage. 30%. That's a lot to lose. With the weak point damage bonus, they're acting as an actual 1.75 increase. It's closing in on triple, and then you got the crit bonus as well. Yeah, that works out. So long as you are consistent with the headshots, that works out. Also, additive with the one, there is that, but the one bonus is pretty weak in comparisons on. A 350% bonus there versus base 75% bonus here. The mod outclasses it. Would a bouncing mechanic make up for multi-shot? You know what? That actually leads to an important question, yes. That leads to an important question. How does the ricochet work with multi-shot if you one-shot? That is a very important question. Let's test that. So if we go split chamber and vigilante armaments like that, I get exactly 2 multi-shot for testing purposes. We can then combine this with spectral serration, so we do it invis for the huge damage bonus. So we saw 2 hits there. Yep, 2 hits, 1500 apiece. Oh, my invis ran out. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, so 426, 426. I didn't see if there's 2 hits on him, he just died. Oops. Let's see, do I get 2 hits on you, and if so, do I get 2 hits on you? 2 hits, 2 hits? 2 hits, 2 hits. Okay, I'm needing this instance where I do so much damage, it's only 1 hit, please. 1 hit, 1 hit. There we go. Okay. Does Cyte's Elemental Reload activate the Archon mods? Also a good question. We'll cover that one in a moment. Let me finish on this question first. So it is looking like I might only get 1 hit if the multi-shot doesn't have time to kick in. Yeah. Multi-shot did not have time to kick in. So you want to be one-shotting with this weapon anyway. The whole point is to just hit them so hard you kill them. So that would be in favor of primary acuity there, because if you're going for those weak point hits, you get the big ricochet. Even if the target dies because it had poxy tiny little health left. Rather than risking lowing, say, even just a low crit, you kill the target, a low crit spreads, the bigger damage just doesn't follow through. There is an argument for it there, okay. We got fire rate cannot be modified, which is actually a benefit towards critical delay. We've got multi-shot cannot be modified, but the bonuses on this should swing that back in our favor. Using these two together, this one's giving us a relatively low damage bonus against Spectral Serration. However, it's giving us a guaranteed damage bonus even when we're not invisible. I don't know how important that is, but it feels like a significant point. We've got another crit chance mod here, 2 crit damage mods. Status mod being built into it is just kind of there. But it's because there isn't another crit damage mod we can use, I don't think. No, there isn't. And then you can either go gas, or you can go single mod electric, use stabilizer, for example. Some other utility mods, you could go for a Bane mod, because electric is pretty darn effective. Downside of electric, would that DOT spread if you're one-shotting? I suppose you can consider it a backup if you don't one-shot. Radiated reloads? I mean, you could, but do you need to go that route? Is reload that big of a deal with a magazine of 12 and a fire rate of 1? Have I thought about target acquired? Plus sniper headshot multiplier. I hadn't thought of that. That's pretty substantial, yeah. That is pretty substantial. To reload you instantly? Very true, yes. So you don't need to focus on reload speed at all. The target acquired can fit onto this. Oh yeah. That coming off there would be a -3. This would need 6 on that, so -9. So we need to find 9 in here to do it like that. We'd need to form a... yeah, dash and D polarity. How's the reload without 2? She's probably dropping it. Well, it's 2.2 seconds on. It's right there. So 2.2 seconds, which with this fire rate is a max of every 12 seconds, accounting for time taken to line up shots, less often even than that. Counting for reload time as well, that's 2.2 out of every 14.2 seconds at maximum with their setup at the moment. Do you really feel the need to spend modding on that little bit of radiation and reload time, when you could instead go a different route. I'm getting the feeling that Target Acquired alongside the rest of this is probably leaning in the right direction. Aside from Bane modding it or stabilizing it. That stabilizer would be nice though, to make it easier to pick up our next target. Because the less time you're in recoil, the more time you've got to spend focusing down the next shot. To his auto status. True, there is also that as well, yep, so you can forcibly put gas onto it that way, yeah. Is it helpful with his fire rate? Which is it at this point? Because there's a lot of it's being thrown around. I'll leave you to test that one, Zom. I don't intend to put Zarta's Whisper onto this frame. What does semi-rifle cannonade do? It makes it where you can no longer modify your fire rate. You get a bunch of damage, you get a bunch of punch through. Yeah, let's form this twice. 1 dash polarity, 1 D polarity. Take it from there. Is stabilization helpful with the fire rate? How long is a second? If your fire rate is once per second, how long is a second? Not very long. You look at how little time we've got between it centering and firing the next shot. If we can stabilize that, reduce that amount of recoil, we can move on to the next aim target sooner. At least so goes the theory. We're less likely to miss in trying to compensate around the recoil while switching to the next headshot. That was a spicy amount of damage. Anyone else getting bored of how easy Warframe has become? Drugstore, Warframe's always been easy. Warframe hasn't become easy, Warframe was always easy. Don't forget, we didn't always have Steel Path. Prior to Steel Path, people had builds that could handle Steel Path. So how easy do you think the game felt prior to the release of Steel Path? And even with the release of Steel Path, people with high level setups were already slamming through Steel Path. We've continued to gain new options and new power, and we continue to face new enemies which challenge that power, but ultimately, if you are an endgame player, you've hit it. You are going to delete everything that you fight with your kit. You're going to win. You are going to obliterate. Our weapons at that point aren't a question of do I have enough damage, but a question of can I apply it quick enough for my own satisfaction. If you wish to have a more balanced experience, either you can force it upon you with a brand new account. As demonstrated in the Dan series, there were struggles Dan was facing all the way through the star chart, and will continue to face as I go through the remaining parts of that challenge. Or you can personally apply restrictions by limiting how much modding you use. But I know from personal experience that looking at mods and choosing to actively downgrade it to create a facsimile of challenge is often not very palatable. The ultimate truth is simply that once you have reached high tier modding, you have the weapons, you have the gear, you have the options, you're just gonna kind of slap the enemies about. And that gives you room to try jank instead. That gives you room to explore non-meta combinations, or to use the weapons that just feel more comfortable to you. But at no point has Warframe ever been set up where top level, top gear players weren't finding it easy if they tried to make it easy. Simple as that. Did I try out how the new element augments function with elements on the weapon like Frost Cold? I've not tried them out, but the patch notes are pretty damn explicit on how that works, so not quite sure what you're expecting now, not friend. Badger saying 2016 void queues are pretty hard since the game rewarded you for staying incredibly long. Okay, so you're referring to something 8, nearly 9 years ago, whereupon if you stayed for a very long time, then it stopped being easy. Okay. And someone is already disagreeing with you. See, this is just furthering my point. If the best we can come up with is, hey, nearly 9 years ago, a certain type of mission played in a certain way could maybe get hard, but some people disagree, Warframe's always been easy, once you've got the gear for it. Reminiscing of the old days? Fair enough. You go ahead and you reminisce, Badger. We will not badger you over that. You reminisce to your heart's content, as long as it's not spammy. As ever, Zom's difficulty modifier is typing. Okie dokie then. So let's get Neutralizer ranked up a few times over. We can re-equip a companion. However, I'm going to equip it without a weapon. It doesn't need a weapon right now. Funsies, let's bring along overpowered weaponry. I don't get the frag wall's not ranked at the moment. I'm not using it. It was just when it got formed sometime in the past. Alright. Let's quickly pop to the relay. And True Master's font. Affinity Blessing bestowed. Oh, let's pop out of here. And let's use ESO. Gonna go in solo for the moment, just to get a feel for how the weapon feels now.
This is a stress test. Destroy all specimens as quickly as possible. In this chaos.
Ooh, that's a little bit of damage. Like I went out of range. Reload the gun. It's weird to me that this uses energy and a reload mechanic. How many exalted weapons have a reload mechanic? Mace is infinite. Ivara uses a bow. Hildren's is infinite. Expixia? Yeah, I suppose, yeah. It's got a recharge on it. But Dexpixia doesn't charge you energy per shot, though. Dexpixia is a channeled ability, or rather, Razor Wing is a channeled ability, and Dexpixia just comes with it. This, we're spending energy per shot, and we have a reload. That's what feels weird to me. Also, is this sniper silenced or not silenced? Didn't check. Get an absolute shed load of damage out of this thing. Couple targets at a time. Let's add in some gas. Now, does the gas trigger if I one-shot? No. So just like multi-shot not benefiting because we were one-shotting, this isn't benefiting. That's of note. Can we slow down a little bit, please? Not sure what to make of that. About to run out of energy here. Yep, out of energy. Max rank though. Favorite hex so far? Hard to say. Hard to say. I've had a limited number of interactions with him so far. Amir and Letty are so far seeming nice to speak to. Aui's pretty alright. Haven't got a handle on Eleanor yet. Quincy is just frustrating. And haven't got a handle on Arthur yet.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
Energy Nexus works nice with it. I suppose if it's not a drain, that would work. Yeah, that would give us an energy increase. Only so much, but it would still be an energy income, yeah. It's the opposite for me, Nuclear, Pork Chop. Opposite. I was happy to give Quincy a chance, and as soon as I started interacting with Quincy, the text speak, the slang that I am all too familiar with from where I grew up, the personality, the whole thing is just grating to me. And that is 100% just a nature of where I grew up and who I grew up around. Speaking to Quincy just puts up mental and personal barriers instantly. Instantly. No. Let's see, let's pop the dash polarity on here first. So, this weapon, alarming or not alarming? Hidden. Hidden. Okay, sure. Why not? It's just... Oh, Ellie, you're fine. For starters, you're not trying to hit on me the moment we send a single message. Does the normal explox... Does the normal explox dam of glaive prime equal to heave melee atk? So you're probably looking for the heavy attack damage on the charge throw. Just saying. That's probably the stat you're looking for. You turn Quincy down, to his credit, it wasn't odd about that. That's what I've heard via Reddit, is that Quincy at least takes rejection correctly. It's a good thing that we don't have a problematic member of the Hex in that regard. But yes. Not down for the past local flirt, as it were. Yeah, there's not a sex pest. Very well put, yes. Okay, we got one mod on, one former onto there. Need to do two formers technically at this point. Need to do another former, and I'm going to go for the depolarity. So then I've got flexibility and modding options, and that'll allow me to have this as my flex slot. Not sure yet what I'll do with that in terms of slotting, but yeah. Oh! I just realised, yeah, I went and did all that with an unmodded Cyte-09, didn't I? Huh. Huh. So if I, oh, I don't know. Just slapped a little bit of Xeneric on there and went to Steel Path with that. Just out of curiosity. We won't go crazy on the Steel Path, we'll just go Dracoceras. Good old testing ground. Assuming the bugs are bugs, Ellie.
Their rage is vehement.
Okay,
their
nice open
focus
space.
impressive. Give them a warrior's death.
They have just shut down all systems.
I'll hold off on
Sending
activating
life support
abilities
capsules
till
your
I
way.
can see some. Good night to all of them. I should have kept that hush mod in, shouldn't I? So yeah, unmodded Cyte-09. Modded weapon, unmodded Cyte-09. Ow.
Life support on the way.
Ow. Whoop. Not friendly. Why did it have to pick radiation as to the random damage type? Let me go for gas. Gas is going to be safer for me to use.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Oh, missed. There we go. Got there eventually, kind of. This does feel kind of like cheating, doesn't it? Just the point and click adventure. Already max ranked.
Life support incoming.
And remember, this is still unmodded Cyte-09. How does Cyte Invis work? Since normal Invis reveals with loud weapon. It does reveal, so people are making their way over here. It's just, it doesn't make you visible. It just, they hear you. That's the revelation. They just hear the shot, that's all. You might be thinking of Ivara's Invis, which is unique in that loud weapons reveal you visually, but that's just Ivara. Man, you can tell the difference between a headshot and non-headshot. The lack of the crit, the lack of the damage bonus, it's insane the difference. I will say, needing a bright energy color to see the headshot, followed by creating a very glowy field, is kind of counter-effective. I feel like these could do with a less bright field on them, because I'm encouraged to use bright energy on the gun and visibility of the enemies. Wonder what the hits on the Archon's going to look like. Probably less amazing. But like quite a bit. Okay, I just... An embarrassing couple of misses, not gonna lie. But we're turning it around. Acolyte, now that's going to be an interesting test, especially given the testing we've done the other day on Acolytes. Where is Misery? Oh god, Misery's going to get them attacking me. Now, Misery is miserable. Misery is the weakest Acolyte. This is a known fact. But this is an unmodded Cyte-09. The only thing I've modded is the gun.
This will help our cause. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Now, granted, I'm not exactly winning awards for kill rate here, so the life support is going down. If I get a little bit more confident with my shots and therefore increase the energy cost, I may improve the kill rate enough. Oops. Yeah, so this is where we really test my ability to headshot kill. Now, total kills, headshot kills... I've apparently got 50 non-headshot kills. Furious. Might be from gas damage. Out of curiosity then, are these chains, these ricochets, actually counting as headshot kills? 468, 409. Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Nope, turn this way. Thank you. Them turning to the noise is actually kind of useful for getting them to look at me for the headshot. So I don't think silencing this gun is a good idea. Just on that basis alone. But if you do want to be full stealthy, then yeah, silence it, of course. But where you just need invis and not stealth, keep the noise. Keep their attention. Keep enjoying those benefits. Oh, need to reload. It definitely does feel like a sniper that's designed to really get work done, doesn't it? It's not screwing around. Not in that department. Yeah, invis doesn't affect range of motion here. I'm just moving slowly because I'm just aim shooting. There's like a Rubico Incarnate. You know, I get what you mean, yeah. I really get what you mean on that one. Maybe this was their answer to, oh, all snipers have secondary fire to change the scope. So we can't make him into Incarnates or something stupid like that, I don't know. Nope. Missed him twice. Nailed it. How about Steel Pepper right below list? Well, we're not doing it right now, but I imagine you can shoot that too. It'll also screw with you because a lot of enemies laugh at the idea of invisibility. It's just that these ones do not. Now, if only there was an invisibility on Headshot Arcane, we wouldn't have to worry about violence. Are you kidding me? Hey, are you kidding me? Oop. Damn it. I can land this. I can land this. Wait. Oh, shit. This is not good. I need headshot kills to keep my invisibility. Ow! There we go. Whew. Got the timer back. Yeah, silencing me and teleporting to me and getting the enemies to fire at me by proximity, that's just mean. I didn't put the invis on cooldown? No, because I had cast it a long time ago. The cooldown doesn't start at end of ability, it starts on cast. Yeah, the glow from these turrets is far too much. That is really distracting to me. I just feel like a sniper wouldn't want to have such a glowy beacon at their position, let alone having it blocking field of view like that. They're dying to the gas procs. That's doing its job as well. Feel like he's a solo frame? This does feel like a solo frame, yes. If you got someone nuking the room, you're not going to be enjoying the benefits of this. Definitely a at your own pace frame. That's fine. Not every frame's supposed to be ideal in every group scenario. It is also very good at picking off targets, and you don't need to be invisible to use the rest of its kit. If you just want to have the sniper that goes bang and 5 enemies vanish at once, then you use the sniper that says bang, 5 enemies vanish at once. Fun fact, the sniper does not need range, so you could mod for just strength, efficiency, no duration, no range. Nothing's stopping you from doing that. And this is still an unmodded Cyte-09, yes. I have only modded the gun, and I'm not finished modding it, although it's been max rank for a while. I could have left after a couple minutes, it felt like. I'm just shooting. Oops. It's been a while since I've needed to use my Xeneric either. The energy income from these Xmas has been sufficient. It's kind of weird to think about. I'm firing 10 energy per shot here, and it's enough. I feel like that freeze is of limited value. Spending the cost of 2 sniper shots to freeze a cluster of enemies for just a few seconds, that doesn't feel like a good trade to me. I mean, it might work here for me. No, it just slows him down. 2 shots to kill, but yeah. I do feel like that freeze is probably not enough to be worth it in most cases, when I can just point and click. It's a hit scan weapon after all. spend 3 times as much energy and having to unscope aim
Life
scope
support levels.
doesn't feel like
Extraction
enough.
is your best option.
Where have all my life support drops gone? Please give life support. Thank you. Much better. Do we check if the damage multiplier from strength is additive to pure damage? Not as yet, no. I'm slightly scared as to that potential equation after looking at maces. Just slightly scared of it. So as you don't know, maces scales off a strength squared, but only sometimes. That's the quickest explanation I can give. Does the 2 auto reload the 4? Yes.
An operative just
If you
found.
cast 2, reloads 4.
Cannot do this without you.
Like that. Honestly, I think my limiting factor here might be getting enough enemies into LOS quickly. And then I just... My limiting factor here is actually my ability to aim. But the second limiting factor would be getting enemies into appropriate LOS quickly. Quick reload. Damn it, you have guns. Why are you running up to the spot? Now, can I get more than 4 ricochets as a result of punch through? I haven't expressly tried that yet. Let's see, 1260 kills at the moment. $1268. That was 8 kills there. Let's try and get another punch through double headshot. Gonna prove a little difficult to line them up.
Tenno. Extraction is ready.
Come on, give me 2 headshots in a row. Yeah, it does look like you get extra ricochets for multi-headshot. It's just really tough to line up that many headshots. Punch through is less than perfect at the best of times, just because enemies, you know, they can step left and right. Lining up multiple punch through headshots, I feel like that's mostly a waste of time and just gonna be beneficial occasionally. Also, I spent a lot of time lining that up, and that's cost me my life support.
You are running out of time. Consider extraction.
Let's grab some of these life supports. Actually, we're good. Let's just pop out. I've seen enough of this one right now.
Has been replenished.
How are you using Condemn? You'd Condemn to then line up the shots when you could just, you know, kill... Oh god, that's not got a head. Well, you could just kill multiple enemies with multiple shots.
Critical.
But I feel like taking the time to try and get a multi-hit is just misunderstanding what the frame is capable of. Would Cyte be trashed against Murmur, who are infested with their bad heads? So a number of the enemies there just don't have a headshot, yeah. So Cyte-09 is going to be at more risk there. Absolutely. Remains to be seen how it interacts with the Culverins, as one of the most common enemies, but yeah. Have I tested Shivering Contagion on his 4 NE? When we're hitting an enemy, we're trying to kill them, not spread cold. His 4 does not have good status chance, so we're not going to be doing a lot of cold procs in the first place, and we should be just killing them. Shivering Contagion doesn't really have much of a place there. We can light up other weak points too. If they have a weak point, it'll light it up, yes. As tested earlier against the Shuffling Fragments in the Simulacrum, they don't have a weak point. Okay, so the punch through on this is pointless. It just is pointless because of the entire rest of the kit. The 240% damage is nice to have against Spectral Serration in case your invis runs out, but you really just don't want to let your invis run out. Kind of a big deal there. So I am wondering about this mod at this point. I mean, I didn't find myself needing more fire rate there. It was taking me enough time just to line up the next shots rather than wanting to spam. Yeah. Polarity is awkward? It is, but Hammer Shot works in with it too. Haven't even looked into using Galvanized Aptitude, but honestly, I don't think that's necessary because we're one-shotting without needing to status prime. So I think Galvanized Aptitude is a mistake here. How about Shred for fire rate and Plunge through? What, instead of Semi-Rifle Cannonade? So we've been losing a chunk of damage to gain fire rate after I've just said that the biggest issue was more me lining up the shots. This doesn't feel like a weapon you want to be spam firing. If you're spam firing, either you've got god tier aim or you might just be doing it wrong. Is Hammer Shot really necessary or needed in this build? So, Toriel, here's the question. What would you replace it with? This is giving us a crit damage bonus. Stasis is nice as well, but the crit damage is the bigger aspect here to go alongside our Vital Sense. When critical damage bonuses are... oh yeah, just those two. That's all we got. Does multi-shot not work? Not when using primary acuity. Primary acuity means multi-shot cannot be modified. No bonus. More element? Crits are a very valuable feature, and you could put element into this slot here as well. But if you really wanted to element that spot, you can. No one's stopping you. So now we move this over to here, and then it was target acquired. Boom. 60% headshot multiplier. Just really leaning into that headshot focus. Really leaning in. Can you put the sharpshooter mod on neutralizer? Sharpshooter? Yes you can. Interesting. I completely forgot this mod existed. That is interesting. Cost 10 energy per shot, that's correct. Now we are getting a little bit short on space for this kind of thing, but this would be especially good for lower enemy density missions, where you can't get such reliable energy orb drops like I was getting from the Xmas there. This is very interesting. You didn't know this mod existed? There's a number of mods where you just don't really need them most of the time, but this, yeah. Remove cannonade since it's not putting out much power. I mean, it was putting out power, but it could be an option to remove. Let's see, we'd be losing, if I drop cannonade, we keep 4.3, so we're losing 2.4 over 4.3 plus 2.4. So we'll be losing 36% of our damage if I drop this mod. 36% damage. That's a lot to lose. But to have that energy income is pretty substantial. And the fire rate, true, we do lose then a little bit of fire rate as well as a result. Yeah, I think that's going to be a direction to go. Can't put it on yet, so I need to form it, which means I need to level it again and then form it. Let's switch to having some modding on this, shall we? And seeing as efficiency may not end up being a problem for us, we could do something like that. And do we have headshot trigger stuff here? Not a lot. And critical? Well, you certainly don't need that. This might be one of the few times you'd consider a reload speed bonus on a sniper. Oh, you probably want to go this, wouldn't you? Let's be real, you probably want to go that. Yeah. That's probably where you're going. Yeah. But I don't have that ranked up. So, for now, maybe not. Yo! Brev95, thank you very much for dropping your prime over here. Welcome on into the channel proper, and enjoy that lovely blue sub badge next to your name. And of course, no more ads for you. Cheers, Brev. And as a result, let's pop your bauble onto the Christmas tree. We are fast approaching Christmas, you know, just to warn those of you who somehow didn't notice the calendar. And this tree is looking absolutely spectacular. I'm running out of good spots to put things. That's used, that's used. That's all just really busy over here. That one's occupied. Here we go. There we are. I'm trying not to put baubles on the very bottom branches, but it's feeling like it's going to be necessary very soon. It's feeling like it. How do you acquire spectral serration? Scale the same from Scaldry units, yep. Alright, for the time being on this, let's put on Arcane Acceleration for the lols. Actually, no, it's not even going to work right now because we haven't taken off Cannonade. Let's go for... Yeah, let's go for that one right now. Let's go for that one at the moment. We need to level this again, then we put a former onto it. I think a dash polarity former here will work quite nicely, and then we can switch things around as needed, it'll be fine. You test them all out. Yeah, let's just go get that leveled up. Let's level it up with the Exterminate mission, see how that goes for leveling. Oh, actually, I wonder how effective would it be if I hushed it now? We do this. Also over Hammer Shot, maybe Bane. Bane is an option. It's always an option, yeah. Doesn't feel necessary right now, but it is an option. As for the TV, maybe let Warframe creators link their own videos into it. If you mean for general player base, no. If you mean for just connect it up like a mod, you could just edit a video to make that look like it. Am I getting stealth damage bonuses from this? Oh, sorry, stealth affinity bonuses? Doesn't look like it at the moment. That one's stealth. Okay.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
Nope, that cost me my stealth bonus.
Stay focused.
That's slightly annoying, actually. That is more than a little bit annoying, because they all died instantly. So why did my stealth bonus vanish? Oop, missed the shot. He's going to see that and become alerted. Yeah. I'm just going to ignore him. About 10 seconds to land this. As if he turned. I was expecting him to walk forwards. He turned. Again. Stealth immediately followed by not stealth. Oh, that one survived, so that just doesn't count. I really don't like this situation with stealth in Warframe at the moment. I really don't like it. Is it the noise on the rifle? The rifle has been silenced with a mod. Enemies need to be given a reaction time, because otherwise you get situations like this where the stealth multiplier vanishes because you killed two enemies instantly, but one of them happened to be looking at the other at the time that it happened. I was like, that's still stealthy. They're all dead. That's stealth. Oh. Hi! Invis ran out. I was being too careful. Can we pop this bubble, please? Holy shit, how many shots are going to take? Oops. I don't think I'm going to bring myself back from this one. Bye. Not sure how I kept missing that shot, but I guess skill issue. Can it be that ricochet is the problem? Simulson, what about the ricochet is the problem? Obviously the ricochet is the problem. I'm shooting more than one unit and the stealth bonus vanishes. Literally, it's nothing but ricochet at that point. The point is that despite it happening instantly, where nothing could react in that time, the stealth bonus vanishes because in the millisecond of calculation as to who died, it goes, oh yeah, but this enemy was looking at someone that died, so he saw something and therefore not stealthy. This has already existed with projectile weapons. If you shoot two enemies facing each other, with the Fullman for example, in the time it takes a shot to pass through the first enemy to hit the second enemy will see the first one begin to die and go, I'm alert! No stealth bonus. There are various elements in Warframe stealth which currently just basically look at stealth and go, no, not allowed. How dare you want to play the game that way? Ray saying Warframe abilities cannot award stealth kill modifiers, perhaps Ricochet's counter's ability, but it's clearing the stealth ray. Never mind giving, also this is a weapon anyway. It's clearing it. It's like the kind of basal thing I'd expect a stealth sniper frame to be capable of is sniping bonuses. Because here we're getting consistent because it's one enemy at a time. Now, I fire this, boom, and it vanishes. You hear it vanish. Despite the fact that the only ones I hit all died. Can you rename exalted weapons? Don't think you can, though.
Subject found. Moderate clone rot. Initiating reclamation.
All of those were headshot kills. All of them died instantly. Stealth? No. Didn't know it worked like that. Does that mean Savage Silence prevents it based on a frame leveling meta? So Savage Silence has a brief stunning effect, which I believe interrupts enemies' ability to detect things for the time being. Which is how come you're able to maintain the stealth bonus, yeah. The idea of having to use silence to get a stealth bonus on enemies that literally could not have reacted in time, to me is just wrong. Not working well. Well, we one-shot Angst. Yeah, guns don't get a damage bonus from stealth, but melee does. Go figure.
Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Honestly not, but okay. Yeah, so guns don't get a damage bonus. The affinity bonus is only for affinity, so if you're not looking to gain affinity, it is also useless to you. Enemies on soft alert for a millisecond will ruin your stealth bonus. Various bits like that. And I've had it where even entering into a spy vault, as Dan for example, I opened the spy vault and immediately an unalerted enemy looked over at me and started firing straight away. It's like, you had no reason to look in that direction. But it became alert somehow, with no explanation. I've had them in the Grenadier Vault, where there's the glass looking down on the console, but you have to go around and make your way into it. Sure enough, the Xmas unit down there looked up at me and started firing at the glass. It's like, you've had no reason to look at me. There was no other enemy nearby. But go off, I guess. Stealth at the moment, outside of complete invis and sleep, or invis and stun, is struggling. And that makes me sad, because the game has so much room for stealth to be amazing, but it just ain't that amazing.
A valuable lesson.
Yeah. Capture target, start booking it whilst you're still in stealth? Yeah, they've done that as well, yeah. For the longest time. I get that total invisibility is ridiculously powerful. Honestly, I completely get it. Allowing enemies to react more sensibly might be an idea to resolve that. We may even need a third alert state. Because right now we have unalert, soft alert, full alert. Enemies which are unalert are eligible for stealth affinity. They are eligible for finishers from behind. But you need to not cause them to become soft alert on the approach to that. Don't bump into them. You then have soft alert. Enemies have noticed something, but they haven't seen a Tenno or a Tenno ally. Soft alert includes if you bump into them whilst invisible, if you fire a loud gun near to them, if they see a corpse. This will make them soft alert. They'll raise their gun and they'll start looking around, but they never set off the alarms while soft alert. Full alert, they've seen you, it's go time, baby. They fire their guns at you or their last known position of you, things like that. But because we just have those three alert states, and their reaction to invisibility is to just kind of go, well, he's here somewhere, and just walk up to your spot. leaves it in a bit of a weird spot where Invis is really, really strong. An invisible attacker with a silent weapon, how could you reasonably detect them? And yeah, I don't think there is a way to have the enemies reasonably respond to that. Maybe they would, in a more logical circumstance, start panic firing, but then people who try to invis all the way through to level cap will be annoyed at me for suggesting such a thing. Enemies can't be allowed to panic fire, they'll one-shot me, which is a kind of valid concern, but at the same time, invis to level cap does feel like a cheese. Mind you, near enough anything to level cap feels like it's some kind of cheese. But when you consider our options for non-stealth, that stealth has sheer risks that you need to reach a pretty high level of stealth in order to actually secure stealth feels off to me. And this new frame reinforces that feeling. That I'm hitting multiple enemies in a single ricocheting shot, but because it is a ricochet, I lose the stealth affinity bonus. Yeah. A soft alert can trigger alarms in a very specific circumstance, fair enough. Must have been a while since I've noticed it happening. Yeah. Kashtan saying blind firing should be a thing if too many allies die around them. It would certainly be an interesting mechanic, wouldn't it? Certainly be an interesting mechanic. They reach a point where they go, no, okay, things are killing us, and it's got to be here somewhere. Aim at the empty space. Shoot at where allies aren't. It's going to be somewhere. Would make sense. Is it good for gameplay? Possibly not. Logic and gameplay often aren't the same thing. Go down to the simulacrum, take an immortal Warframe, so, you know, just set it to you are invincible, spawn 10 enemies, and stand in the middle of them. When you stand in the middle of those 10, say, elite lancers, count how many of them are shooting. You'll notice that it will not be all of them shooting. At most, only a couple of them will be firing at any one moment, and as soon as one stops for a brief moment, or reloads, another one will start shooting. Logically, all 10 should be firing. For gameplay purposes, they don't. You'll find this all over. It's a very common thing in games for a limited number of enemies to shoot at you. It's a very, very common thing, because otherwise players will just get overwhelmed. How do you give you the sense of fighting a horde while still giving you a chance? So stealth mechanics are going to have to account for that as well, but I feel like at the moment there are perhaps a few areas where stealth doesn't give the player an opportunity. There are places where that just doesn't cut in. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling on that line. Quick reminder to everyone that we are going to be doing a platinum giveaway in just a moment, so exclamation mark ticket in the chat if you haven't done it already to grab yourself a ticket for that. Exclamation mark raffle if you want more details on how the raffle works. I need to be back in just one moment whilst you grab some tickets, so don't you go anywhere. I'll be back in just a sec. Alright then, I think that's enough time for people to claim tickets. If you haven't figured out at this point how to claim one, well, you don't get one. Simple as that. Righty, yeah, there's quite a few tickets in there, isn't there? Woo, quite a few tickets. But only one person's going to win it, so let's close the entries, shall we? That is this button here. For the 75 Platinum then, the one winner today is indeed going to be... Tianan. Or Chianan. 11nan. I think we covered previously. It's the completely incorrect way to read that name. Chianan, congratulations on winning the Platinum giveaway today. I'll be contacting you shortly after this stream to confirm your Warframe username, platform, and if you have cross-save turned on or not. And we'll get that all sent on over to you. To everyone else, thank you once again for joining in on today's stream. I hope this has been insightful for you into how Cyte-09 works and at some points doesn't work. I've still got to do some fiddling when it comes to actual builds, but as we've seen, with a well-modded sniper rifle, you don't even need a build on the frame. Thoughts on the new quest? Pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah, I will be putting together a video guide, and this will include notes on areas which I think are bugs or otherwise as yet to reveal what equation DE cooked up behind the scenes. But I'll be bringing all those details together into a video guide, so you can look forward to that as well. If you do enjoy what I do here, of course, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you subscribe for yourself, you get a bauble on the tree right the way up until the last stream before Christmas. And if you give 5 or more subs, it gets tinsel on the tree. But that I may now have to roll on over to another stream, because for now we need to be raiding on out to another part of the Warframe community. Let's see, who can we raid on into today? Let's head on over to... Let's go Ghoul and Ghoul. Yeah, we're going to go Ghoul and Ghoul today.